Don't be quick to show your ass or some shit. Or
booty hole politics. Hey, that just sounds like a porn title, bro. Wow,
bro. The Illuminati shit is just basically Stockfeller for rich people. That's just about it.
If you had to get into an orgy to make this podcast successful, would you do it? Hey, Jesus Christ, yo, you put them one after the other. I didn't know that eating cooch activated your third eye. No cap. Sometimes there's niggas look for racism where there is none. Sometimes you're just a dickhead. To me, the quickest way to make change is if we pass legislature that forces all government servants to use government facilities for everything they have until they give up their government job. If you are a government official, you shouldn't be able to fly to Russia for medical treatment. We are readily able to give away our freedoms just for a guarantee of some safety. Look at COVID. Niggas gave away everything. Everything from the bottom to the top is controlled, right? We have political parties who are different sides of the same coin. Idiots, bro, who put his face in the cake. Yo, you know where you are, and you know what this is. This is the Let Me Mansplain podcast with yours truly, the bringer of truth, dropper of gems, man you hate to love and love to hate, Mr. Fear Bavaria.
Yo, this is Wesley Sniper. I shoot him from a distance like Roberto Carlos.
Yo, and this is the Let Me Mansplain podcast where everything goes. Just as long as you can mansplain it. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. First things first. Before we get into the nitty-gritty.
First things first, I'm the realist.
Don't throw against the shit. Oh, first things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. What you mean I'm the realist? I'm the realist is Iggy, bro. What you on about?
Oh shit, I mixed them joints up, my bad.
But yeah, anyway. I have a question that I've asked you before.
Hotep.
And I'm gonna ask you again. We actually spoke about this week.
Tip your crown, Kang. Tip your crown, Kang.
If a chick asked you to eat her ass, would you do it?
Who's the chick? This dot.
Okay, I know you red pill dudes get super specific, but understand this in the way I would explain this, ne? A baddie. And I don't mean
Nah, who's the chick first?
Nah, a baddie, let's say, I can't say she's necessarily your chick specifically, but you know she a bad one. You've been meaning to, get with her, and then one time you guys met up at a store somewhere, Starbucks, let me just say randomly, because that's where all the baddies are. Go to Starbucks, you see her, snap, link. You guys ticked for like half a day, be like, I know, can you pull up? You've been meaning to approach her, you've seen her tons of times. You know, she bro, like she cool, all that shit. Would you? And she says to you in the middle of the situation, once she comes over, hey yo, I want you to eat my ass. What did you say? Or she keeps shifting you down.
I say, oh hell no! To eat her ass.
Yeah.
She out of her goddamn mind. Man, listen. This is not even on some Red Bull stuff. This is just on some basic human stuff. First of all, you're a baddie. We know what baddies are.
No, that's why
baddies are getting linked left, right, and center.
Nah, that's why I said leave the whole explanation of what baddies are. I'm just saying in terms of appearance, not in terms of persona. Let's just say she looks gorgeous. She's an 11 out of 10. Fine. Yeah, not a baddie in terms of the definition.
Fine. How she looks doesn't really change it. It's like, I don't know you as a human being. For me to be, first and foremost, I don't even do ass stuff, man. I don't even like to take the chocolate box, bro. Like, I don't even like anal. That to me is a bit.
It's sus.
Like, to me,
it's not wild.
Nah, man. I ain't. Yo, man. Why? There's a perfectly good cooch right here,
bruh. Self-lubricating.
I get it. Yo, you know what I'm saying? I get niggas say, oh, it's for control. She's submitting to you, but man, I don't need to take it that far to go to the chocolate box, man. No. So to me, an ass is just unhygienic, bro. It's really unhygienic. It's really just unhygienic. Just eating people's asses, bro. That's crazy. I'm saying, I don't know this hun. I don't know this gal. Now I just linked her, and then I'm
Nah,
gonna eat her
nah.
ass. I'm not even
Let's
eating
say-
a coochie just like that.
Let's say it's someone you've known for years. Let's say you guys have been in the same environment for a while, a friend of a friend. You guys see each other every now and again. You're a friend of a friend. You guys have spoken before, but you guys don't have each other's numbers. And she's someone you're familiar with, but you don't know like that. And then they come up to you and say, or then you do your things. And then at the end of the day, she's like, hey, yo, hit that, lick that.
She's still out of her goddamn mind. The fact that she said, I don't know you like that.
Bro,
That's
like, crazy.
I don't even fantasize about it. There's only one moment that I'd even contemplate any ass stuff is if you're my gal and I know your hygiene schedule. I was in the shower with you when you were wiping the thing down before it happened. Then we can have a conversation. But you were sitting in Starbucks in those tight jeans, getting sweaty and moist and all them things there. And let's not even cap, man. Let's not even cap. People fought, bro. You know you let one rip all the time. Just that no one catches you. Now all them things are building up in those jeans, and then we get back to the joint, and we start unzipping and doing all them things. And you're gonna tell me lick that to out your damn mind. You won't tell me to lick your ass.
I've been asked that twice,
and
I always just say never ask me that shit again.
Man, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
just
at first I was confused.
It's just the audacity.
Bro, it's the audacity to ask me that shit. Bro, at first I was confused and I was like, and then now, and then after I was like, nah, don't ask me that shit. Because I actually saw something recently. I think it was Lil Duval's tweet.
Bro.
And he said something to the extent of, if a woman asks you for a dick pic, she thinks that you're a sucker. There's no woman who'd actually ask for a dick pic. I died. I was like,
Bro.
She does think that you should, but she's just testing to see how dumb you are. Shit.
Yes,
I've never
sir.
thought of it that way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's what I was about to get to. You see, any hun who has the audacity to ask you that is one of two things. Either one, she don't rate you like that and she think that you'd get to it. Or two, she's been dealing with so many niggas who have just cowpowed and bent over backwards and done what she asked of her. She's so comfortable. She's like, all right, this is how niggas work. When you get here to me, what you want to ask me to eat your butt for?
That's just weird shit. But it's not even sexy at all. Like, even thinking about it.
Even Janae Aiko, bro. Even
she
Janae
also said it was
Aiko
weird when even she said that it was weird when she first had it done to her. She's like, it felt weird, but okay, it is what it is.
And I'm just thinking about the logistics now. Let's deep the logistics. Now you're gonna have this gal bending over and you're gonna be out just sucking her ass. Oh no, man. That's just humiliating, bro.
Craziness. But
that's just crazy. That's just wild. I don't even know. No. I ain't gonna, bro. I don't you know what would have been good though? It would be good if I had a differing opinion to you. If we had a sucker nigga in here, or we had a nigga with a differing opinion, I would love to hear how do you normalize this one? Because everyone's on the quest to normalize what and such and such. How do you normalize this one?
Everyone's on a quest to normalize stupidity. Like, even literally, I had a conversation like an hour ago. Like we said in the last few episodes, people just want to normalize cuck now. It's like, if you're a normal person, there's something wrong with you. It's like, oh, you're not doing fuck shit. There must be something wrong with you all the fucking time. I don't get it. I really don't get it, yo. It's like, dude, can I just be cool? Like, can I just chill on my own? Jesus Christ.
Mate, niggas are normalizing all types of nonsense, bro.
So, with all the events going on in Durban last week, it was just, by the time everyone hears this 2 weeks ago, it was literally hectic for 3 days only. Only if you did not have food. So I'm chilling. I'm like, by Friday, all of this shit will be over. But I need to eat now. Excuse me. Cool. So I'm like, hey, fuck it. Let's go. Me and my two homies, we went. I know. Of course, on the way there, niggas stopped us with guns. Once they heard our accent, they were like, oh no, they tried to divert us into town to go buy food. And we're like, yeah, and we carried on going to the closest mall to us, like stupid ass niggas. But anyway, so we get there.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, we stood in a fucking queue for 8 motherfucking hours.
Oh, hell no.
We couldn't eat
Cap. Wait, what?
8. We got there at 6:30 in the morning. Me, I woke up early and I took a shower. I'm like, yeah, let me just wake up, take a shower early, and then wear my warm clothes because it was quite cold. Wear my warm clothes and then split.
Yeah.
Cool. Got there 6:30. We only got into Checkers at like 2:30 or 2:45 there. That was the only time we actually got in. We were in the longest queue. So now every single time any black person laughed out loud, people would flinch. Every single, I'm like, oh, guys, we can't even just laugh in the queue. We can't talk in the queue because we're black, bruh.
Yeah, I won't even lie, bro. You know what? You know what? Call me Uncle Tom all you like. Call me sellout all you like. But man, we took an L here. I wouldn't even lie. We took an L. Huh? Niggas, we took an L, bro.
Unprovoked. That's my problem.
A huge fat L. See, with this looting shit, a huge fat L. And I'm not even gonna talk about how this makes us look to the other races. I don't give a damn how other races perceive us. I want to just talk about the ramifications of this joint. Man, are you kidding me? Niggas gonna burn their own. Own
Hold on. There's a huge difference between looters and arsonists. Once they were done, once the hungry, quote unquote, hungry people came and got their food, then the people with the agenda said, okay, cool, let's torch this because no one's gonna know the difference between them and me because why? We're all black. So light this bitch up after they're done taking the thing. Because yes, people were more so. It's not even like looters; they're just opportunists. You just saw people every single time you'd see them running in and out with food. Why the fuck would they burn up a place that they just want food from? There's a huge difference, bro. Like that's where I just don't believe that they were just looters. Nah, there's a whole agenda behind this whole shit. It may have included certain people or some people that wanted food and were just looking for opportunity to grab some free shit. Definitely, but bro, this is all politically motivated.
Actually, let's actually have some order to how we talk about this, right? So first, before we even get into it, what happened in South Africa? It was KZN and Gauteng, right?
But mostly KZN.
Mostly KZN, obviously. We excel, bro. We excel
Number
when it
one.
comes to this shit. So there was a lot of civil unrest, and what it led up in, or what it culminated in, was mass looting and burning and destruction all over the province, man. Well, not all over the province. There's a lot of places that were held tight.
And
actually.
death.
But man,
murder.
we're still gonna get to
Genocide.
that one. Man, we still need to get to that joint. We're still gonna get to that joint. But I still want to talk about the looting, right? So the looting happened. Niggas were emptying all types of shit. And the funniest thing, as stupid as this is, it's so funny, man. I watched on the news at one point where niggas were looting, trolleys were full of sneakers, man, them were coming up with a whole new fit and everything. Man got caught by the cameras, bro. Cameras caught him live in 4K. Man tried to hide his face. The cops went and got him. Man couldn't even leave anything behind. He tried to be clever because everyone was running in a separate direction and they were carrying everything they could in their hands. He filled his trolley up and tried to go the other way, and they got him. Got him.
I know, bro.
And
Some people, bro, my bad to cut you, but some people are just so stupid. Yeah.
Same like that nigga. You see that nigga who was trending, man? That nigga, that idiot, bro, who
The
put
guy
his
who ate the
face in the cake.
That dude was stupid.
Idiot.
Yo, bro.
Idiot. Like you put your face up and you trend, you're gonna get caught. This is why I'm saying that, bro, black people as a collective, this is our L. We can't even loot properly. Remember in the BLM riots last year, niggas was serious. Niggas were like, hey, Birkin bags, boom. Hey, boom, we're going to the Louis V store, boom, we're gonna hit them. Boom, masks, everything. Our whole shit is covered. We're ready to go. Boom, in and out, sweet thing. Nice. Now niggas are recording themselves in checkers, so excited just to destroy.
Bro, that cake shit was so funny. I'm like, what? Oh, no. Did you see at one of the shop rights, they put cooking oil in front of the store and no one could get in because it kept slipping?
Yeah, because it kept slipping. I think that was beautiful.
Simple tactic. Save them millions. Simple tactic.
Simple, bro. Like, to me, I think our crisis management is really bad. Because how do you go from the looters to guns straight?
How do you ghost us
hose pipes
when it starts? Bro,
there's hose pipes. You use hose pipes. You stand in front of the stores and you use hose pipes to blow people off.
Gay!
What hose pipes when they closed the water? Because that time, like the week prior, that's when the water issue started. I remember my water got cut that week. They went to go
really?
I'm telling you, like that time when they went to
that's mad, dude.
Yeah, my water got cut.
I have not felt privilege or whatever. I have not felt a single thing through this looting shit. Because even when it comes to buying shit, our local stores are fine. Nothing happened here. Because we cut the shit off. Niggas wanted to loot, we cut the shit off. And you know what's funny, right? Boom. There's this whole joke flying around like, oh, black people, clever blacks are defending their stores. Hey, that roadblock, do you know how much? Because I went to the roadblock once. I just hung around just to give some support. Niggas rocked up with their guns and everything, but it was cool. Do you know how much confiscated shit we got off? Niggas came through with boots full of liquor trying to pass through our neighborhood, and we cut them off at the the bridge.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we cut them off straight at the bridge. Man, TVs, liquor, drugs. Mind you, me, drugs. And this is where your points about opportunists also came through.
Exactly.
All types of stuff was found there. And all you had to do, these people weren't on some, no, you're black or whatever. Nah. Sometimes they play that race shit over too much, man. It was just like, where you from and where you're going. That's simple. But then if you can't answer those questions in these dire times, something is sus.
Now, because you see with us, definitely.
To me, bro, I get the thing of freedom. Freedom is important. I get you. But when the situation is like this, you gotta hold it down. And because we held it down, our shit wasn't looted and we have a normal life. You feel me?
What I'm saying is that
when you're not sure of everyone, you ask.
Now, I'm saying it's very easy in our area because we're very closed off area. Like we're literally a large cul-de-sac type shit. We like closed off because it's like you can't come into us thinking that you can pass into a different area. No. But here's the thing. They like saying, I know clever blacks. The only thing that's the quote unquote clever blacks annoyed me with was sitting and just tweeting about shit all day. Especially those that were trying to give history lessons instead of trying to add inputs or give solutions as to what was happening at that moment. I hope you hear the difference. Not just anyone randomly tweeting, but anyone providing input to what's happening now and providing any type of solution. Because what everyone was tweeting was like, this started in 2016 when Zuma did this. Yeah, but you don't know your history. If you go back, what is giving us history lessons going to do with what's happening right now?
Exactly. I won't even lie. I was one of those idiots who were tweeting all day. I was tweeting all day, but I didn't. I had no
what was going on.
I had no point. Yeah, but I had no point thought I was doing anything. I didn't give myself a pat on the back like, oh, I'm making a change. Because
no, you literally said you're not one to
I was just tweeting.
Yeah, you literally said it was on one of your tweets. You said, I'm not one to tweet, but A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. That's completely like and totally fine. Because I saw some of your tweets, like I was barely on my phone or barely on Twitter that time. I was just on YouTube and stuff. Like I really wasn't. Whenever these things happen, I disconnect, especially if I'm not directly affected until I got hungry.
Because there's
I was like,
too much panic.
Exactly. And that's what everyone fucking wants, bro. There was this lady at the queue, bro. She was just telling me like, oh man, she was going on, and then me and my homie just stood there looking at her, and she's like, oh no, this thing that's going on is just so wrong. There's food for everyone.
Rest before to rest.
You know how delusional white people are sometimes. It's like, do we live in the same country?
Yeah, man. Yeah, white people, man. No, look. You see, this is the thing about South Africa, right? The thing about South Africa is that depending on who you are, South Africa can be heaven on earth and it can be hell on earth.
Facts.
I'm going to tell you right now, man, this place is, when they say we are literally the most unequal society in the world, nah, man, I see it. Because on one end, man, you have dons from Serbia and that. You have dons from, UK, Germany and that, who are coming to spread their guap here. You know what I'm saying? Along Camps Bay, Sandton, certain places, Mhlanga, Durban North, you have dons from all corners of the world coming to have a good time here. And at the same time, like 30 minutes drive from that joint, you have people starving to death. So South Africa really it just depends on how your bank account's looking. If your bank account is looking kind of light, nah, man, you're fighting. But if your bank account's looking heavy, oh my lord, you will enjoy South Africa, man.
But like
women have no morals. They're ready to do anything when the bag is there.
Sensational.
Our justice system has a price tag on it. You can do whatever the fuck you want if your P's and your R's are nice.
Sensational.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like I said, it's at least we're that one African country in the whole continent where there's actually a middle class, where there are people who can actually save up to get what the rich guys can. There's actually a middle stepping ground, unlike every other country, not every, but most of the other countries on the continent.
Do you know what I think? I think our middle class is a farce. Yeah, I think you're not middle class until you're upper middle. And why I say that is that most of the middle class, bro, or at least a large percentage of the middle class is a paycheck away from poverty, because niggas are living on debt. They're renting their apartments, they're renting their whips, everything. Like I do agree on the notion that saving up. So if you get a bond or whatever, over like 10, 15 years, you can have your own crib, boom. With your whip over 3 to 5, you can have your own crib, boom. I mean, you can have your own whip, boom. But like just the mismanagement of debt in this country would make you think people are doing much better than they actually are.
Yeah, but
you see like 80% of people in this country are living in debt, and not good debt, consumer debt, just pure consumer debt, like shit you buy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course, it's just mostly the fact that we're more show and tell more than actually having shit like to sleep on. You know what I'm saying?
That's
that's another conversation for another day. But you see, the place where usually I don't like involving myself in like political things or paying attention to political things. But where I got annoyed was that the president addressed us on the Sunday, saying that such and such and such is opening, but then that's when the looting started, right? Or when the roads were blocked at first, and then the looting started around Sunday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
cool.
Sir.
Mans addresses us. If us, the public, know what's going on, he definitely knows, but he keeps quiet about it. Sure. We're like, okay, Mans tells us restaurants are open and shit, level 4 adjustments. COVID cases have not gone down, mind you, they've gone up. But we're opening up restaurants. So you're closing. So you closing the restaurants the first time?
No, not the opening restaurants bit. The bit that could them going up actually makes sense. Because I was gonna say, bro, if the COVID numbers didn't go up after all this shit, I was gonna say this.
No. This was before No. This was before all of this unrest, the silver unrest. I'm talking
that week where he was open shit up.
Yes, nothing changed. It's just that the people started blocking the roads and shit. Nothing changed. The COVID cases went up. And then shit opened again. Like restaurants and shit opened again. So I'm like, okay, what is the point of closing it? Cool. Shit gets worse drastically within 24 hours. Monday, really, like people tipped us off saying, hey, yo, get your groceries by Sunday. But I never pay attention to that shit. It usually doesn't matter. Usually doesn't. The very first time I actually didn't listen. Well, actually, I never listen. But the very first time that they were actually right.
Niggas don't listen.
Bruh. The first time they actually got shit right, I was like, oh, well, damn. Okay, this will be done by Friday. I remember telling everyone around me, this will be done by Friday, but hey, cool. Within 24 hours, it just got serious a little bit. President comes back. So, okay, cool. I expect you to acknowledge what's going on and then give us solutions or temporary solutions to what's going on. Because, of course, this is a deep-rooted problem. No, Mans just comes and tells us there is an issue and all of y'all defend yourselves. Do you? And he wasn't even talking to no black people at all. He was like, hey, yo, if you want to defend your community, do it yourselves because I ain't going to do shit about it. We're literally one province, bro. We're not the whole country.
Yo, that whole thing just showed me like what's actually going on. And if anything, man, if anything, this is a huge red sign saying to this country that we have no leadership. This nigga is protecting his interests, and his interests are that of the guys who funded him that have him in their pockets. This dude, and you know what I've always noticed with this man's here, right? Ramaphosa. This dude, there's a stench of death that always follows him.
Yeah.
When he's in charge of shit, black people die. They are inhumanely treated, and when they try to change the situations, black people die. Now, I'm not one for race baiting and race politics, but man, this country has a very racial history, and we can't just put it under the carpet and say, oh, we're all equal now. But the way everything has materialized here, we can't turn around and say apartheid is not still, it reeks, bro. Like the system itself, at least from the high level, has been dismantled, but the roots are still flipping there.
My thing is, it's crazy how this thing only happened, or this whole civil unrest only occurred within 3 to 4 days. The height was probably on the second day, but 3 to 4 days, and everyone was willing to reverse back to the old roles. Like, nah, this is white people's land. Don't come here. We'll kill you or shoot you. Should have seen how people were acting like the law, bro. Next day, they're not there anymore when the police came back. So I'm like, so y'all are really ready to show us how you feel when things get lit. Because I knew this is not going to last. This is just the beginning. It's just something small. It's just a little test, a litmus test to see how we'll handle chaos. You know what I'm saying? It was a little like, we want to see if it turned blue or red after just, sprinkle a little bit of chaos right before the big shit happens. So when you guys are willing to just quickly turn on us, and it's like, you guys do understand that we're all going down, right? And then you guys choose to protect yourselves. And it's like, it's understandable though. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to rebuild with us again. That's the thing that other races don't understand. You're going to have to rebuild with us again. There's more of us than there is of you. We are still going to be here, whether you like it or not. Continents of Africa.
Can I tell you something? I disagree with you. Because they don't, you see, when I deep this, right? I sat down and I thought about this, right? This was from a non-black, right? Let me put on my tinfoil hat now, right? Let me put on my tinfoil hat. From a non-black perspective, this is a huge win. Because in war, right? If we were to call this a war, which many people do, one of the best ways to defeat your opponents is either annihilate them head on or cut off their supplies. Black people in townships have absolutely decimated their local businesses. Where is a black person in a township going to get bread, food to eat? You niggas are now solely dependent on the places that protected themselves and stayed functional. 1 and 2. When it comes to rebuilding now, the people who are going to rebuild are those with capital. When you cut off your own next door neighbor's mini store or his business, you cut capital that was existing in the black community. So now you niggas want stores, we want to eat. Guess who's gonna set up a nice little store in our communities once we've destroyed black people's businesses in our communities? White people, non-black people, right? They now have not only control, but securement of our food. Dumb move number 1. Dumb move number 2 is that we destroyed everything of ours and we kept theirs because they protected theirs. So that means that if we want to eat, we have to go kiss their ass again before we get some food. We have to stand in a long line. Now, if a war had to start, all their supply chain links and all their value chains and all their logistical routes are still pretty well put together, so they could still sustain themselves. We'll get killed by hunger before we get killed by them. Let me tell you that. And bro, the worst thing about this is that if we were having a quote unquote war, there was supposed to be a more tactical approach. Like, hey, we're gonna loot white stores and we're not gonna loot black stores.
That's what I'm
At
saying.
least then I'd be like, all right.
No, that's what I'm saying. This was
now I see you.
That's what I'm like. This is my issue.
This was not a revolution.
No, it wasn't. Not at all.
Not.
This was a little political game. So it's all orchestrated. That's why I keep saying to everyone, this whole thing, like you're saying now, would see, no, we fucked ourselves over. We didn't. Yeah, okay, actually, no. I'm lying. Yes, we did fuck ourselves over because the ones that saw the designated group initiating it, when they came and just overindulged and like, fuck it, let me transit and try to take what I can because there's not going to be shit left for us anyway, type thing. Cool. Those ones really did fuck us over because it's like ish. But then at the same time, it's like if they didn't get shit, what were they going to eat at the end of the day? That's another conversation for another day. But in general, this whole shit has all been orchestrated. They knew what they were doing from jump. They just needed a few igniters and other people would follow. It was just too easy. My thing is with other races, right? Especially with Indian and white people. Or not even just Indian, it's just white people and then the other races besides black people. They don't understand that when it comes down to it, white people will shut you out. When it comes down to the
that's true. That's
white
definitely
people
true.
will defend
That's
them
definitely
and
true.
they will take out a paper bag right now in front of your face, wave that shit and say, come test this. And then if you're lighter than that, speak. Let's hear you speak. You know what I'm saying? It's like they will ensure that even if they try to wipe us out, it won't happen though. If they try to wipe black people out, you'll become the new slaves. It's not going to change. The fact is that they are still the slaves because they think that they have power being the sub-slaves, being the worker ants. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, man, you do know that you don't really matter to them.
Yep. And that's where I agree with the masses about clever blacks, where now you are on some real Uncle Tom shit, whether you're black or you're Indian and you think you're white. Man, I have a lot of white friends. I have a lot of white people. I live in a white area, but I ain't never got it twisted. Like, we can have friendly conversations over the fence, whatnot. I'll wave, boom, boom, boom. I'll ask you about how Annie's piano recital went and her violin lessons and that's great. But I know that at any moment you could turn shit up and I'm ready for you to. I ain't got it twisted. Not one bit.
I have a question.
And that's the problem.
Yeah,
Those who have it twisted, they learned real quick. Good, see, hey, when shit hits the fan, man, these niggas, they don't like you.
Exactly. A lot of people in this generation and a lot of people from our generation too, they can't see, would say, no, guys. The thing is, they get home and get told to would say, no, these people are bad. They like these kids choose to play with you because that's how they grew up and they do so. But whenever they go home, their parents tell them in the back, or whenever they get home, they tell them that, no, listen, people with that kind of color skin, you can be friends with them at school, but don't bring them here. If you do bring them here, watch them.
Not all of them.
Of course, not all of them. Like, bro, it's a new day. Like,
sometimes normal. No. I don't even mean as in I'm defending white people. I mean as in there's a different tactic because there's tiers of the racism. There's the ones that be like straight up, don't bring them here. There'll be one straight up like, oh, is that your friend? And then she'll give a face, and then she won't be as happy when you bring this one around, and then when you bring this one around, she'll be like, there's different levels. Obviously, not all.
Of course, but it's just gonna start.
There's different levels to it.
Yeah,
and there's even different levels of indoctrination. Like, you can be mates and you can come over and you can do the whole 9 yards. You can sleep over. You can be in one of the family and but dates his daughter. Woo! Touches white daughter. Psh.
Okay,
Nigga, you are out of there. You are out of there.
That's a little extensive from where I was trying to get to, but I was going to ask you.
But I'm just making a point that it's on the tier of racism. Like, I deep what you're saying. People like to hear that and be like, oh no, white people don't do that anymore. I'm like,
no, man.
Maybe not that explicitly
to this day, bro. Come on.
Exactly the points I'm trying to get across. That it may not be that blatant, but there's still undertones. Our
problem is that we believe this Rainbow Nation shit more than them. But anyway.
Oh, boss. Bars.
But anyway,
Facts.
I was going to ask you, do you remember one of the small telltales from the very first signs or red flags that your friend's parents or your friend's family might be racist?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Do you remember?
Yeah, of course, bro. One of the white dolls. It wasn't official that I was seeing her, but everyone in like the friend group knew that me and her were like linking up, and we went. It was like I don't want to say it's like a holiday, but it's like a weekend thing. It's like they had a holiday home in Drakensberg. So we went there and it was lit, everything, boom, boom, cool. The parents are sharp. Me and the parents are sharp because the pop was a German, or we talk football, whatever. But the grandparents rocked up, right? Right? So I remember when the grandparents rocked up, we were sitting at the fireplace. So it's like the gents and then some gals, like a friend group. It was probably like 10 of us, 5 chicks, 5 niggas, right? And by niggas, there's only 2 niggas, like me and another dude, and then the rest of them were like white color.
5 guys.
Type of niggas. I just call dudes niggas, but we're sitting at the fireplace, right? And no one's really saying anything. No one's doing something too wild, but everyone's like sort of coupled up, and you can tell, Guti,
everyone has their person.
There's vibes. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, the parents are cool. Like white parents, they're like the white parents there were hundreds. There's hundos.
Of course,
no problems. Like they can see everyone's huddled up. They're making slide remarks. Would say, yeah, boom, 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 shop. So now I'm huddled up with the gal whose parents own the thing. And like I said, I'm cool with the parents. I'm cool with her. But the grandparents rock up and they see me huddled with their white, blonde hair, blue-eyed granddaughter sitting under a blanket. Yo, man. If I can tell you the way the grandmother reacted, she didn't come out and she damn near shot a nigga with her face. I saw it. I saw the disgust. I saw the, you know what I'm saying? Because this is an old German lady, right? This is an old German lady. She's not about it. Like she's cut from that Adolf Hitler cloth. You see the cloth, the Adolf Hitler cloth, Mein Führer type shits. You know what I'm saying?
She used to date him back in the day.
Hey, bro. She was one of his concubines, my G. But anyway, yeah. So they came in and they were, you see her, the grandfather, yeah, he was too, but she was like on a wild thing. Like she was damn near disgusted. Like her face couldn't stop scrunching up. And I could smell it. And I was like, you know what? I could put the foot on the neck, but your man's love to win. I love to win with honey more than I love to win with vinegar. You know what? I'm a charmer, bred hot. So we had like a dinner, it's like a bride thing. Everyone was sitting around the table. Everyone introduced themselves. And then when the lady introduced herself, she said something and I picked up the accent. And then I started speaking in German because, your nigga can do that. And then 5 minutes later, I'm like her best friend. And that passed. But in that like 30, 40 minutes, my G, when she rocked up to the point where we had dinner, fucking A.
I still don't think
your nigga out of there.
I still don't think that clears anything up, especially when they
really
quote unquote relax.
It really doesn't.
That doesn't change.
Not much changed. It doesn't. Nothing much changed. I just lightened the mood. That's all I did because I still knew that nothing really changed. She may like me a little bit, but all she has to do is go back home and realize, I talked to a nigga today, a German-speaking nigga. You still a nigga. Jay-Z said it.
Yeah, but listen,
rich nigga, poor nigga, house nigga, field nigga. Still nigga. Everyone can be racist, of course, but white racism has power attached to it. So when black people think they're mad at white people being racist, because it's not about the racism, it's about the power dynamic. It's because this dude can show you your shit up, right? And the answer to that is not to silence them. The answer to that is to get together with some niggas and get some power. We can see that there's a power imbalance. Can we get it? Mina, this is one thing I have a problem about the black community, man. I don't know if it's a matter of there's a lack of men holding it down, there's a lack of leadership, but our channels are all messed up, right? And by channels, I mean like the rank is messed up in the black community, right? Because in any well-trained army, there's rank. There's a first sergeant, there's a general, there's a lieutenant, there's a this, that's, you know what I'm saying? And the chain of command is passed from the highest level to the lowest level. In the black community, there's equivalent because you have mamas, chicks running the home. You have kids, bro, telling their parents some wild stuff and going out and being wild. You have niggas who have their women tell them what to do. You have leaders who are pocketing millions and don't care about their people. There's no chain of command. It should be the sovereign power, which we can say, for example, whether it's God or the state or whoever or the army general, then it's the men, then the men keep the women in check and the women keep the children in check. When that whole chain of command is right, when the nigga at the top says the right thing, that thing's going to get to the bottom, right? We don't have that joint. So instead of us being the representatives of our community and going forth to compete with these white people or these Indian people or other races to get our share of power, we have women go and do that. And when they go and do that, they don't do it the right way. They go out there with the complaining, the complaints gene, because that's how they know how to sort stuff.
Okay, here's
they
my
sort
thing.
things through language and manipulation. And wait, before you get there, deep this. In every single war, what was the first thing you do when you got to a city? You kill the men. You remove the men because now you have disturbed the chain of command and you leave the women and children, you take them and you slave them. During apartheid, who was in the prisons? Who was getting exiled?
Mostly
who
men.
was on the front line getting caught, and then the women were left behind. That's why the women had to march. That's why the women had to get militant. And ever since then, the chain of command never went back to how it's supposed to be. Now we find ourselves here.
Yeah, I was gonna say on that note, and we should just close off this topic after this. But it's like I was gonna say too that they came from a lot of our most of our parents still come from that generation where the structure, I don't want to get too deep, but the black structure, the black household structure was broken down so badly that now in this society, we have to rebuild it ourselves with them not necessarily trying to coach us, but them telling us the best way they know how. But at the end of the day, when you look at our leadership today in parliaments and all of that shit, it's all people who, because remember back then, it's just let's just make it out and then keep running with it. That's everyone's mentality in parliament or in government today. It's we made it out, just keep some shit for myself. That's now everyone else's mentality in the black society or the black community is that let me just make it out and get good for myself. But say if one white person has to get caught with something, the whole fucking world will come and step in for that white person because they're like, hey, bro, if you touch one of us, then you touch all of us. But we'll deal. But here's the thing, we'll deal with them within our community. We'll deal with this nigga. But in front of y'all not gonna touch him. I don't care if I don't know his grandmother or anything. Y'all are not gonna touch him because we say so, because he's one of us. But once he's with us, we'll punish him the best way we see fit. The problem with black people is that we want to hold people accountable in front of the whole world to try and make it seem as if we're the most righteous ones. We can hold our own people accountable. It's fine, but do it within our gates. Don't involve other people when we're correcting our people.
You see, bro, can I say some real shit?
Yeah.
When we do something as black people, it's almost like we're doing it with the goal in mind of being accepted by everyone else.
Exactly.
But when everyone else is doing things with the goal in mind to keep leverage. And you know what's funny about this, man? I have these conversations with a lot of my friends from all different cultures. And one thing that is strikingly apparent is that privilege, and I hate sounding like a liberal, but privilege doesn't exist to people who have it. People don't see it. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? For an example, you and I, we have privilege, at least from a financial standard. We don't see people dying and starving. So when people are acting amok for food, we think, oh, you niggas are hooligans, whatever. But we don't see the reality. As far as hunger and the situation of destitutes in our country, I understand it, but I understand it from outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? I don't have experience, but I understand it. So I can sympathize. Like, with that whole Luther thing, just to put a cap on it, I get it. It was not smart. It was a terrible decision and it's our L. But at the same time, I get it. Like, you niggas are starving. Like, your government has failed you. A lot of people have failed you. So I get it. But it's going to set us back. But to get back to the point that I was making, man, that, you know, privilege doesn't exist when you don't see it. So these race conversations to them, it's like, what are you on about? We don't have secret white meetings, and they don't, because they don't have to, because they are in a situation where they're safe. When you are in a situation where everything is secured and you're safe, you're not training, you're not getting ready for war. But when you're in the muckery, that's where you're thinking about war, and that's where you're thinking about fighting. So this is why I've always noticed that Black people think about race more than any other group of people ever, because to us, it's blatant. It's blatantly in our face. So much so that sometimes we make it up in our head. No cap. Sometimes there's niggas look for racism where there is none. Sometimes you're just a dickhead. Another Black dude can get in that situation. It's not because of the Black, it's because you're the dickhead. Yeah.
Now they think it's the Joker card and Crazy Eights. They think they can play with it whenever they feel like it.
Man. And because so many niggas have played it so much now, we niggas who hardly use ours, we don't even have any left.
Bruh.
Yo, man.
You can't make anyone pick up 12, bro.
Man, you know what I'm saying? I've heard people wild out for the craziest stuff. Like there's a thing that Black people do that I hate, right? Because this is our conversation right now. So it's whatever. I'm gonna say it. I hate when we try to get over people on some race shit. Like, for an example, when you're getting held accountable, I've seen this play out so many times. You're getting held accountable and you'll turn around and say, how come white Becky can do this and Indian whatever can do this, but when I do it, then it's a big deal? It's like, nigga, leave how come other people can do it and get away with it. Why are you doing it? You know what I mean?
It's kind of low-key sad, because it's low-key saying we need to, you know how people say act your age? we need to check our privilege sometimes. You know what I'm saying? We need to check our privilege from time to time, because it's like, if you're a Black person in the suburbs trying to act like a white chick in class or a white guy in class, of course they're gonna while out, and then they're just gonna be sent to the principal's office, and then they're gonna come back. You'll get suspended. You sometimes need to understand what's okay. Sure, yes, it's 120% wrong. You can stand for it all you want, but if it's an extremely white institution, stand for it. They'll null you out, and eventually you'll either force yourself to leave or they'll force you to leave.
Man, we can fight hard to go and make ourselves accepted into their spaces, or we can fight hard to have us accepted in our own spaces. And then when they meet us, they'll meet us from I don't agree with what you do, but I respect your power type of thing. Because white people and Chinese people don't like each other. But catch them niggas throwing racial digs at each other. You won't. Because this Chinese motherfucker knows that, yo, this man has nuclear arms. This white dude knows that, hey, this dude has viruses in his lab that he can let loose. I don't like you and you don't like me, but you're forced to respect me. We as Black people don't have the leverage to do the above. They do what they want because they know they can get away with it, and they'll bitch slap you and you won't do a thing.
That's a good thing.
Oh, man. Yo, bruv. Now we can't leave that out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's a madness.
We need to touch on
that's
that.
That's a madness.
Bruh, you can't tell me that they were flexing. They were flexing, taking videos, showing off that
of shooting niggas.
People, random Black people. Oh, there's one, go get one. And then now when the same people of the neighboring Black people start to retaliate, oh no, we're victims now. Oh no, come help us. How? How did this happen? You're on video, you're on camera, and it's even worse that at the end of all of this, we'll still be blamed as Black people for all of this.
Of course, bruv. Of course. And you see, this is the thing. This is the thing that I hate about race stuff, right? Because what one person does reflects poorly on everyone, right? If one Indian dude, right, goes out and kills, or a group of Indian dude kills a group of Black people, right? my next door neighbors that I train with, these are good brethrens, bro. They're Indian. Well, mixed, but whatever. The point is, man, those are good brethrens now, right? So one Indian, so let's say the same Indian niggas that shot those dudes in Phoenix are not going to be the same ones who are going to say, oh, we innocents, we're victims. Because it's going to be another group of niggas who had nothing to do with this, just Indians who got caught by strays. And now because they got caught by strays, when they retaliate, they're going to catch other stray black niggas. I ain't never shoot up no Indian, nothing. I ain't ever loot nothing. But if I get shot, like, you see what I mean? So this gets very sticky when you start to kill people on the basis of how they look.
Because apparently, I don't believe this though, but apparently one of the guys in the video got killed because they thought that they were black. One of the Indians thought that he was also black. But I don't believe
I heard that too.
Yeah,
I heard that too.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I heard it. There was matching pictures and all types of stuff.
Yeah, and all that shit.
A lot of things going around. But
yeah, but
I'll say this.
Wait, hold on. But here's my thing. This will eventually spread, like not necessarily wildfire, but it will spread because it'll start from, oh no, they're just defending their territories there where they are, to it's now becoming the whole city or the whole province now saying, okay, the next black person you see, kill them. The next Indian person you see, kill them. That's basically how it's going to become at some stage. I do not see this not growing. Like this will eventually get to a point where it's like, oh no, it's just one-on-one, unless the government intervene, and they don't care.
They don't care.
They don't give two
shits. All I'll say is this, right? We can't, I said it earlier on, that we're a very racial country with a very racial history, right? And we can't act like this is a new thing. Indians have always, now I'm taking them as a general group, they've always not fucked with us.
Oh man, that's just simple things. Yeah.
In the workplace, in the whatever, they want to play like, oh, they're down for us when they're around us, but when crackers come around or white people come around, they move a different way. And not all of them, of course. Like I said, I have mad Indian dudes that are brethren to me. You know what I'm saying? So that obviously it goes without saying. And there's a lot of black dudes also who don't mess with Indians too. It's like, and this is why race stuff is tiring to me, because, you know, you are going to bunch up with a group of people on the basis of the language you speak and how you look. Man, there's a lot of niggas I don't fuck with, man. They don't have my best interests at heart for nothing. I'm now supposed to band.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to band together with y'all because we look the same. Obviously, in this circumstance where both you and I have common interests, which is to not be killed. Okay, we can work because now we have a common goal. But racism as a whole, man.
So this is it's now like Lucas moonwalk. Like we're now being shown how stupid. We're going backwards. We're now being shown how stupid, and I guess basically we're so easily reverting back to what we originally were before. Because I remember the rumor about how the war started back in the I forgot which year it was. I think it was early 1900s or somewhere there. I'm not too sure. Between black people, not even early, it was like later, 1960s or 70s, between black people and Indians. The rumor was that, and anyone can correct me on this one, was that a black child...
no one can correct you because it's all feelings, no facts, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, a black kid bought a fruit or something, or an apple or something, and then Indians thought that he stole it, and then they either beat him up or they killed him, a kid, and then that's where the whole beef started. This is another thing. It's like, you just roll around. Like now there's evidence. You see, this is the thing that pisses me off. And in that, like I said earlier, they can treat us how they want to or they like, but because they're doing this because they think that white people will come and save them. But at the end of the day, as you have seen, when we retaliate, white people are just going to sit and watch and say, we didn't tell you to do that. No one's going to save you. You're not one of us. That's literally how it is. They think that they're ganging up on us, standing guard and making niggas do dumb shit. When it's time, when it gets down to the nitty gritty and it gets down to like something where shit really hits the fan, you're not kin to them. You go knocking, begging them on the door, and they'll shoot you, bro. Like it is what it is. Like what really annoys me the most is that it's gonna be, and the problem is that you can't even sweep something that has physical evidence under the rug. But that's what they're gonna try to do. I want to see the big cap or the big lie that they want to attach to how the Indians or the are the victim or the victims in this, or the people that did not initiate this stupidity. I want to see how they try to twist that.
Yeah, because the media is quite silent right now when we're talking about the amounts. It's like something to the tune of 500 unidentified black bodies are found all over the Phoenix area, bro. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Bruh.
What? What the fuck?
That makes no
500.
sense. It makes no sense because, bro, I don't know how many stores were looted in Phoenix or anything, but I don't believe it was to the point where 500 people came to try and loot their store. You know what I'm saying?
But man, you can't tell me 500 random bodies. If 500 people came to loot your store and they were looking like a threat, 500 bodies will be found in front of the store because that was a spur of the moment we were defending our place. But now 500 niggas are found in some bushes and between bricks,
all over,
bin bags.
Burns. This was premeditated.
Ban. Nah, man.
This is not,
man.
Because we all knew how they felt about us, especially how they treat us in the workplace and everything. We all know. We always just brushed it off. But then now when you kill one of our own, bro, when you kill one of our own, it's gonna get ugly, bro. I don't know how you think you can be like. Everyone tries to adopt the white method of throwing stones and hiding your hand. It's like it doesn't work when you have melanin. It really doesn't work,
bro.
And they just don't understand
Indian people are literally the same thing. It's just that their hair flows a little bit more.
It's everyone who has a drip of melanin, colored Indian, whoever. If you have a drip of melanin in you, you are not.
They put that pencil through. Remember? Not remember. We weren't there.
Yeah, we weren't there. But sure.
But in apartheid, there used to be this thing where they test your level of purity, right? To test your racial purity, they pull a pencil through your hair, and if the pencil didn't drop to the floor, you weren't right. A lot of these Indian brothers, bro, they're gonna fail that test.
The paper bag test, bro. The paper bag one.
The paper bag, yes. They put a paper bag to your skin.
Then sure, you're allowed in. Whether you're black or not, but you'd still be treated odd if you were lighter than that. It's like my mom and my sister would easily go in. Me and my dad, you know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
You would go and die. Well, you inside.
Hey. Cut this shit, bro. You see what I'm saying? You see, this is light-skinned niggas and dark-skinned niggas need to hold together, man. We need to hold together, bro. Cut this crap, man.
Yeah,
that's for real, though.
Hey.
My family's light skin and muff. But bro, our hair is funny, bro. Our hair is funny. We have funny hair. Alright, let's move on, bro.
Let's move on. Yo,
niggas starting to feel like a Black Panther in here, bro. Have you been deeping this like anti-Punani movement, bro? Like niggas are chastising niggas for eating the box, bro.
That's something that's been happening since the beginning of time. Some people believe in it, some people don't. I believe, you should, but it shouldn't be on a random chick. You can't just be eating random boxes out here. You don't know what I mean. You don't know who's been handling it, whether it's been sanitized or not. You know, sometimes you need to watch the meal getting prepped before you eat.
You see what I'm saying? It's a hygiene thing. Like, no lie, full toxic on my full toxic thing, bro. I still expect to get the top.
Sensational,
man. That's not non-negotiable. I'm getting my top.
Oh man, hold up. Well, what happened recently is that Kanye West had his listening party, his album listening party. Like, do people not learn? I now see how easy it is to fucking control people's minds, bro. Niggas came in there, thousands, to come into an arena to come and watch him vibe out to his album, his unreleased music. He didn't say shit. He was vibing, bro. Did you see the videos?
Nah.
Bruh, this is all like on some easy mind control shit. That's why they say, no, if you want to hide some shit, put it in the music, bro. Put it in books and the music. Like, if you put shit in music, people just vibe to your shit, not knowing what the fuck they're doing, bro. Now I understand why, like, in the music industry now, like, I feel like, okay, not even in the music industry, but in general, all feelings, no facts. In general, the veil is now slowly tipping off of every little aspect of the industry. That's why I think it might just be not really the end of days, because I'm not an extremist like that, but there has to be a dramatic ass shift that's going to come now, like any day now, because every single veil is getting unmasked in every corner of the world, every single veil. Like when we discussed this, when Italy beats England, by the 70th minute, everyone was like, well, the racism that's going to happen if black people miss penalties here. The 70th minute, it happened. And what we expected or what we predicted actually happened. Everywhere, the veil is being taken off. Usually people can usually cover that. But now with the veil being taken off, people are like, or their countries or our specific countries are just like, okay, this happens though. And then you guys can't force us to do shit. Now the governments are just chilling, bro. Like now they're controlling us in a weird way, wherein that you guys wanted info, here it is. And can you see that you guys can't handle it? Like, I don't know what it is, but it's like kind of like a mind fuck. And it's like, I feel as if it has to tie in with Bezos and them saying, hey, yo, guys, you see, this is where we're going next. We're going out of space next because y'all can't handle yourselves here. We gave y'all the info y'all wanted. You can't handle shit. We're chasing the fuck off.
So many tinfoil hats, bro.
Bro, I had to.
Hey, Jesus Christ. Yo, you put them one after the other. I didn't know that eating cooch activated your third eye nutrients. Yo, bruv, wagwan, rude boy. What? Bruh. Man went from the Kanye party to the next thing.
To space. Wait, I went through like three fucking topics. But my
did
points,
you go down the rabbit hole that quickly?
Listen,
Jesus.
My points in general is mind control is fucking easy during this time.
Mind control has always been easy. Most people are sheep, bro. We want to belong.
But I feel as if it's easier now because there's no such thing as, you know how they kept saying with Trump in terms of him not being the perfect politician and he just says things straight up. That's how the world is now.
Yeah.
And there's still nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, facts. Facts. Big facts.
If there is uproar, it's orchestrated.
Yeah, that's some big facts.
If there's an outcry, it's orchestrated. It's not because people feel that way. It's because they told you to feel that way. Nothing's changed. There is no power in people. There's no power in social media. People control social media. It is what it is. Like, we've been controlled, bro.
Facts.
And I don't understand when they're gonna let loose a little bit on their stronghold. Because I won't lie, before this whole pandemic, I felt as if I was living my life as an individual, as has everyone else. Now we're all living similar lives. Can you now see how we're playing into all these theories and these oh man, like we're playing into that whole thing of, it's like when you watch what's that series, that trippy ass series, bro?
Stranger Things.
Nah. It's this trippy series about it has real people in it though. It's just trippy as fuck. I forgot the name of it though. But in one of the
Midnight Gospel.
No. This thing, Black
Mirror.
Shit. Black Mirror. There we go. Black Mirror.
Oh.
When you have people wearing the same things in their little concentration camp shits, okay, now it's time for exercise. Then you go jog. Bruh, that's us. We're getting there now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The beautiful thing is that it's so, okay, it's beautiful, but it's not beautiful. I just have the ability to rate man, even though they screwing me over. Like I can rate their level of talent and skill, but either way, it's beautiful how we were at the perfect place. You see that period from the 1980s to the early 2000s. If human beings stayed at that level of technological advancement, at that level of life, we'd be much happier. If we just learn to live at that level and not go beyond that level, we would be much happier, because now we have evolved past the point of evolution. I think we're de-evolving now. Like we're going backwards now. Like this technology has been, we have like a symbiotic relationship to technology, to the point that technology is part of us. Now that technology is part of us, we are getting weaker. Our memories are suck because our phones always sort us out. Our body clocks are off because our alarms always sort us out. How we eat, how we do everything, we can't live without technology. So now we were able to survive and fight the elements, and then we got to the pinnacle point. Now we're going downwards. And when I deep that, I also look at now, because we are unable to fend for ourselves, and do things ourselves. We are entirely dependent on technology and who runs it. And the quickest example is that for the longest time in human history, every family grew their own food. So the only time we would starve and need to go to the government for assistance is if there was a famine and we couldn't grow our own food. Everyone ate off the land. No one grows their food now. If a truck or a ship goes down with a shipment of food, or if the logistic channels are shut down like they were in KZN during the looting, most people are screwed. You're heavily dependent, and we've devolved to that point. And a lot of other dangers like that, we can't handle them on ourselves anymore because we are so dependent on the greater society and technology as a whole to sort us out that we can't. And now, because there's so much of dangers like this, when those dangers that were normal to our ancestors rock up, we are readily able to give away our freedoms just for a guarantee of some safety. Look at COVID. Niggas gave away everything. I will wear a mask. I will take a vaccine. I will understand. I will do anything just for a crumb of safety. Where in the old days, man, if there was a huge pandemic, we would have stayed in our corner of the neighborhood. We would have stayed in our corner of the province or whatever. It wouldn't have gotten to us because we ain't mixing people like that. We are self-sufficient. But now, because we're all intermingled with each other in technology, man, they can sort it out. Privacy is even gone, man. Dude, niggas know your email, niggas know your address, niggas know everything that's going on. And the more these dangers start to rock up, they made us unable. Like, we traded the ability to do things for ourselves for convenience, but now the convenience is killing us because we don't know how to do things anymore. Yeah, and now it's getting to the point.
Yeah, that's why I said that
final
the
point
pandemic.
is, my final point is that what you're saying, we're going to get to a point where you're going to get woken up by a Bezos drone. A Bezos drone is going to deliver your stuff. You're going to live on your own. You're not going to be able to own anything because you share your everything with everyone, because owning stuff is capitalistic and capitalism is evil.
I'm happy that you went there.
Bro, and you're not even going to eat food anymore. You're not going to even eat meat because eating meat is against the environment. And you're harming cows.
There's no fucking heal the world shits anymore. There's zero of that. It's the more money you make, the more you can kind of save yourself from whatever change is happening to the general public. That's just about it.
Yes.
That's the only way you're going to stay ahead of the curve. Literally.
Yes.
Is that just get more money. You might be privy to more information right before everyone else. Like, before this looting shit happened, I'm sure a lot of people already had all the info as to what was going to go down, how long it was going to occur. Bruh, like, everything just ran too smoothly. We got back on track too smoothly for shit to have been just random and sporadic. Everyone knows their roles. Everyone plays their roles. Money can save you. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Money can save you, bro. Come on.
Money can save you, for sure. At least from a survival's perspective.
Or can give you a head start. That's actually smart.
Yes,
Money
absolutely.
will give you a head start.
Absolutely. No two ways about that. None whatsoever. Because if you deep it, man, it's a dog eat dog world, and everyone knows this. This is why this thing of politicians, bruh, that thing is the stupidest thing ever, because they are taking money for you so they can survive from the world they're creating. To me, the quickest way to make change is if we pass legislature that allows or forces all government servants to use government facilities for everything they have until they give up their government job. If you are a government official, you shouldn't be able to fly to Russia for medical treatment. You should get the same medical treatment we use.
Do you
Your
see
kids
what
shouldn't
I'm
be in
saying?
private school.
Do you see what I'm saying?
You
And
should-
that they knew what was going to
Everything
happen
of yours should
before it
be
happened.
government.
You see what I'm
That's
saying?
how it should work.
They knew everything that would happen before it happened. Suddenly, he just jets off right before the looting. And the president's, I have to attend the funeral. When has he ever announced that he's leaving?
Yeah, bro.
I'm just asking. I don't pay attention, but when has he ever announced to say, no, guys, we're putting this person in temporary charge? Like, I don't remember him always doing this.
I think it was a Davos. The last time he did that was the Davos joints. We went to Switzerland. It's like the Davos meeting where a lot of dignitaries and such go there. And I remember he was criticized. Was it the COVID? At the beginning of COVID, he was criticized for being in Switzerland while everything was going down here. I can't remember. Something to that effect. But
whenever shit happens, he's not here.
Yeah, because even when shit's not happening, he's not here because he's not really in control. I think this idea that there's people who run the state that are not the presidents it was a conspiracy theory about 20 years ago, but now we can see that it's absolutely true. And back to your point, like the veil is being peeled off and everything. Bro, we finding out that Abo Epstein and all these niggas are doing some weird pedophile stuff to maintain power, bro. Like, when
Nah. That's not us figuring it out. Whoever's at the top said we don't need you anymore, then released his shit.
Yeah, I deep that. I definitely deep that. I deep that aspect that yes, they are cut off from power, but the fact that we can link it to a higher power, this is the first time we can sit here and say objectively that, hey, Epstein is not where this ends. Before, they would hang Epstein up as if the problem is now solved. Like, oh, we got the big bad guy. But we now know that, no, it's deeper. And when people would say, oh, it's deeper than that, we'd always look at them as crazy tinfoil Illuminati dudes. Remember how Illuminati used to be such a big thing? Like, they was like, oh, Illuminati this and that, to the point where it's like, it's a joke.
No, but then the music back then was fire, though. The music back then, the Illuminati music, when the Rock Nation was at the peak of their powers, bro. Come on, man. That music was fire. Nothing beats that time. Now the music's trash.
Yeah, of course.
They're trying to build a new Illuminati with people with less talents. That's my thing. Not to, okay, actually, all feelings, no facts. Put that shit on. My tinfoil hats on. Because I feel as if you have to be talented to be inducted into this whole cult bullshit.
Yeah, of course. You have to be useful to the group.
Exactly.
For sure. But when I was talking about Illuminati there, it's like it got ridiculous to the point that niggas used to say that, hey, if you buy a Jay-Z CD, you've bought the devil's thing because they wash the CDs in human blood before they give them out. That's how the CD has power in it. And if you play it at night and play it backwards, it will take your soul. I'm just like, oh, really, nigga?
No, and it's also they pinned it on the same people: Jay-Z, Kanye, Rihanna, Beyonce. They pinned it on the same people, and it's like, okay, cool. One little telltale I know for sure is that why is it that these people always putting up these devil horns in Jay out of nowhere? It's just very weird. Like everyone has to pose that way as soon as they become superstars. I do believe that they're all in something. I don't know what it is though. That's my thing. It's like,
you know what? I think it's two things at the same time. They can be in something, whether it's the Bohemian Grove, Masonry, whatever, but at the same time, these people have data stats. You know what I mean? These people know what people are listening to. They know what people are talking about, so they can play it up as well, just to get ears and to get eyes on it. It's almost like it's our own self-fulfilling prophecy. So it's like people are deeping that something weird and occult is going on, and people are talking about it, and then people who are trying to make a buck can see that this is what you guys are thinking about and this is what you guys are talking about, and then they'll make stuff that is kind of suspect, and then you guys will keep watching it, and it's this whole cycle of, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Because the chicken keeps giving birth to an egg, which keeps making a chicken, which keeps giving birth to an egg, and the cycle keeps going. So it's like, evil stuff. And the guys are like, oh, you like evil stuff? Here's more evil stuff. And the guys are like, oh, evil stuff. And then it keeps going like that. And I think that's what it is. Right. Well, at least at that point in time. Now they've calmed down with it. But at that point in time, I definitely think that people are just hyping that Illuminati stuff. Cool.
Dude, the Illuminati shit is just basically Stockfella for rich people. That's just about it. Everyone comes and puts in the amounts here. Like, it's just basically Stockfella, right? And they want to see their money grow, their investment grow. It is what it is.
Because we need to understand that we are in a huge sandbox as South Africans. Everything from the bottom to the top is controlled, right? We have political parties who are different sides of the same coin. No one is really opposing anyone, and no one is really saying, okay, they're all saying different stuff, but on the ground, are they implementing different things? No. Then you also have the police force, the justice force, the defense force. We don't have any of those things. Those things are meant to enforce the interests of said government. Then you have the investigative office, about hawks and whatnot. Those niggas are not actually investigating financial crimes or fraudulent cases.
Of course,
it's a political witch hunt. Those are the dogs that you sick on political guys who are not carrying their thing. Because if you're a politician and you're not following the code or you're not following the program, we'll count you out for all the stuff that you've got, right? And we'll send the hawks after you to just shake you up, to make you listen.
I'm gonna shake the room.
Exactly. Pop Smoke said it best. You know what I'm saying?
You can't say pop without the smoke. You can't say Ramaphosa without the smoke.
Hey, man. You know what I'm saying? So even when we get to that, of course, that thing is under control too.
That's facts. Like everything is under control. Like even I saw a video of this one guy somewhere, I think it was somewhere Soweto or something, acting like he was a Rambo or something, and he's related to the former deputy president. And hey, bruh, there was just a whole
the guy in the army thing, yeah. And
I'm wondering why are they really trying to? Yeah, I was wondering why they're really trying to make this guy steering. And then I realized once I saw the evidence, I was like, this thing is all staged, and they tried to implement a ground hero, didn't work. Like he was trying to find. It was weird because there were different issues in different provinces, and the way Soweto were acting and trying to get the shine, they were trying to portray SA as having a looting problem, when the problem wasn't the looting. The effects of the problem was looting. Like one of the effects of the problem, of the main issue, was looting. The problem was a corruption. So what they were trying to do was making dudes call where he got alcohol, and it's like we have bigger, okay, it's not bigger issues because people need to eat and shit, but people are dying, and you're going to every single township and trying to retrieve items that you will quote unquote destroy. What does that help with? What our police force constantly does is they ensure that, okay, cool, whatever is the least dangerous task, we'll take that on. Oh no, people need to stay inside because of COVID. True. If people need to stay inside because of COVID, true. Let's get it.
That is so true.
7K soldiers deployed, 7,000 soldiers deployed. They all came out in their numbers when COVID started at the beginning of the first lockdown in 2020.
They were whooping niggas, bro. They were whooping niggas.
One dude got killed for drinking in his yard. Man's is mind his business drinking in his yard, which we're told that we're allowed to do. But then now, when there's actually people dying, you deploy 2,000 soldiers. And they don't even go to the place that where people are dying. They're going to go stop people from looting. And at that stage, when they started deploying soldiers, looters were gone. These are now arsonists. These are now people trying to fuck shit up. Looters were gone, bro. They were gone, long gone. They took what they wanted. The people burning shit down and destroying shit are the people trying to fuck up that were paid to fuck up the whole. It's not even economy, because apparently the economy didn't even get affected, but that's a different conversation, yo. I don't want to go down that road.
Yeah, apparently we didn't get. Yeah, man. So, like I'm saying, there's a lot of fishy stuff. I don't have all the details, but I will say there's a lot of fishy stuff.
All feelings, no facts. Stuff,
man. Even when I trace it back to Kodesa, man, when I trace it back to early 1990s, bro, there's been fishy stuff happening in our country, bro. Mad stuff.
But the veil
CIA
has now been
operative
lifted.
Stuff, man. Fishy stuff. And then deep. Remember that gal? What's this? Jackie something, bro. The gal that wrote the hockey club. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was her. Yeah.
Yes. Remember how? And for all of those y'all that don't know this gal, she was basically a sugar baby, and she was talking about the underworld, the sexual underworld, like politicians, celebrities, like on some Illuminati stuff, but it's just sex. So you have little playthings, and you have these giant orgies, and you exchange business power and leverage over each other through these things, and blah blah blah. But yo, when I deep that, and she was like, I saw politicians, and and I'm like, yeah, it makes total sense, because all of these places are the politicians. It makes total sense for there to be a sub-world, a sexual underworld. Man, it makes total sense.
Yeah, I feel as if that's where all the, like, because when they have these parties, they're not going to discuss business. They're going to fuck, bro. Like, but hey, that's another discussion.
In the midst of that, they run into someone that they've really been trying to get to do business, and alliances are formed like that. And I'm sure
Yeah.
you have to do some stuff to get in, and then you get in, and then that's that.
Yeah, it's a
But
whole
bro,
squad thing. That's how gatekeeping came about. It's just a whole squad gang shit. You'll only be successful if you do this. Like in the Black American entertainment industry, you have to wear a dress before, and yeah.
yeah, it's gatekeeping, facts. So, bro, for me, for like this thing of being a conspiracy theorist has gone to me because you can't tell me. I think the real conspiracy theorists, the real crazy people, are the people who think everything is just fine and there's nothing going on. You telling me you
Yes.
believe in a world where rich, powerful, and influential people, they don't talk to each other, they don't make plans with each other to ensure their interests. You telling me that world exists? They don't talk, they don't meet, they just do their
Bro.
thing there, and he does this thing there. They don't come together and discuss how they can make their interests better. They
And
don't come together and
also,
discuss how they can get more.
and
Hell no.
also, and
Crazy.
also, these billionaires, they act as if they don't even know each other. But now all of a
Bro.
sudden, every Richard Branson, fucking Elon Musk, what's up, Jeff Bezos, now they're all just trying to go to the moon at the same time. Usually they do it at different times. We think that they don't know each other. All these dudes know each other, bro. All these motherfuckers talk, bro. It's their peers. It's literally their peers. Like, who else can relate to them more than other billionaires? Honestly, they knew
Yeah.
what, bruh. They knew what each other, like they knew what the next person was gonna do. It's just that now it's just a
Yep.
it's a dick measuring contest now, literally.
Yep.
And now we just
So
have to
this
sit and
is-
watch.
Exactly. So now, if you're at the top and you're a billionaire, you understand that people want to be around you. Some people want to take from you, some people want to take your position. So if you're going to create a fold, or you're going to create a movement or something to further your interest, you're not just going to invite everyone. People need to give up a piece of themselves, so you know that they're part of this and they're riding, and you know that because they don't have as much as you do, you have to protect your position. So obviously there's going to be some weird stuff that's going to happen for you to get in that group because you want power.
Did you hear what
So in order
Bezos
for
said?
you to get in a group with people more powerful than you have to offer up something that you don't have and you're not willing to give. So to me, bro, like, yeah, I think we can put on more tinfoil hats, bro, until kingdom come, because Jesus, a lot of weird stuff happening. But
Yeah,
yo,
did you
to
hear?
me,
Did you hear
man,
what Bezos said though? After he came back, he was like, this man was
what
like,
does nigga say?
he said, "Thank you to everyone who uses Amazon and all the Amazon employees for paying for this."
Real.
Oh, real nigga shit. He said at 99. He's like, "Thank you to all of you guys for paying for this." And then they try to be mad at him because some Amazon places have horrible working conditions. That's not his problem. It really isn't. Speak up. Speak to your regional manager. Speak to a
Yo.
regional manager, yo. That's not his problem. He's like, "Thank you guys for paying for this shit. If you guys don't have good working conditions, speak to your regional manager. I was just a guy with the idea. I have nothing to do with this. I just eat off of all this bullshit." So Jay, these niggas are like, their problems are different to ours. If there's civil unrest, they're like, "Oh, what's happening down there? What's going on?" They have nothing to do with it.
Bro, Bezos has a team of investors. He has a team of people who are leveraging his products. They have a team of people who are looking for new properties and new territories to go into. They have a team of people who do risk management for all his portfolio. He doesn't even worry. He's sitting on some beach somewhere, and there's going to be a guy who calls him tonight to be like, "Ah, sir, we found this, that, and the other, and your quarter looks like this, and this increased and this decreased, and so on and so forth." This man is not thinking about anything else. He's trying to meet aliens or something. This dude is so above the level of problems we as people experience that it's so far. And this is why I never understand idiots who try to reason and or compare their lives to that of celebrities, millionaires, and billionaires.
No. Honestly, what I would do if I was a billionaire, I would fucking retire. I would literally say, "Hey, I'm not in charge of any of the shit anymore. I have my billy. I'm fine." But the thing is, what these billionaires don't want to let go of is power. That's the main thing that's killing them. They just want the power for everything. Like, you see someone like a Jay-Z just wants to get richer and richer and richer and richer. We can see with him, it's just about money. There's nothing to do with generational wealth, though. Okay, it probably does, but most of it does. But you can just tell that he's just all about the money, business moves, boom, boom, boom. It's what he knows. He knows best. other people, it just seems as if, well, I got not lucky, but I got lucky starting some shit up. Okay, cool. I've now solidified myself. Fucking retire. It seems as if Richard Branson has retired. I've never heard of him doing some serious shit in I don't know how long.
But his company is because he has a CEO that he's hired to make sure.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like Bezos stepping down as a CEO of Amazon or some shit like that. It's like, why didn't you do that years ago, bro? Like, you're rich as fuck.
Yeah, facts.
Mia disappeared, dog.
My thing is just this, bro. Before you put on more tinfoil hats, man, the world is not as we see it. The world is definitely not as we see it. And this idea that you'll follow the rules and you'll play everything safe and magically something's gonna turn up. Hey, man, that's not how it works.
Like,
quick
literally.
Question.
Yeah.
Quick question, bro. If you had to get into an orgy to make this podcast successful, would you do it?
No.
Wait, nigga, do you not understand that there's gatekeepers? Mans tells you that, hey, this podcast will be worth $150 million. All you have to do, your whole life is set. We'll make sure that you're the most popular podcast on this side of the hemisphere. All you have to do is step into the room with these 7 niggas and come out half an hour later drenched in cum.
Hell no.
And you good. You'll be successful.
Nah, I'd be like, bruh, it's all good. I had fun while it lasted. If you guys want to dissolve my shit, if we're still gonna stay a small podcast, it is what it is. I don't have time for that shit. I don't have time to fuck niggas. Fuck out of here. Cis P. If y'all do that, that's good for you, but not for me. Able. Bruh, like honestly, it's so like
then you don't want that success that bad then.
I see, that's my thing. I don't want to be famous. Like I feel like that's more for fame than success.
Nah, leave the fame. I'm talking about the money. Like this is gonna be a big thing. Like they tell
I
you that,
will not fuck niggas for success because I know a bunch of people who live their lives and live on decent salaries and make great salaries without having to going to do that. So if this podcast shit doesn't go far because niggas were mad that I didn't fuck other niggas. Hey, I'll switch to the fucking corporate world and be fine there. I'll be good. Either way. Would you do it?
Yo, bro. Hey. Not for 150, but let's have a conversation first.
Yeah.
How far are you willing to go? No, let's be real now. Let's be real. Let us be.
For me, it's not even on some principle shit. It's just no. I'm okay. I'll just carry on doing me. I'm fine. I'll switch to the corporate world real quick, make an honest rand, and just carry on trying to stack my cheese. It is what it is.
No, for sure. Like obviously, that's like the obvious answer. Of course, like I ain't doing that. But let's have a conversation now. Like they say $1 billion now. They say $1 billion on the line. And they put in a young 5 million in your accounts right then and there to let you know they're serious. Right then and there to be like, all right, $5 million, here's $5 million to show you that we actually about this. And they say, we've got $1 billion. $1 billion is coming. You just got to do this one thing for us.
Okay, I'm trying my best not to put my logical brain into this, but it's like, I can't not be logical about this. Like there's so many, it's like, it's gonna lead. It's like the devil saying, or it's like you saying, once you made a deal with the devil. There's no deal. You're gonna move to the devil's guitar if you just agree to whatever he tells you to do. Like there's no deal here. You're just gonna keep doing what they say you must do. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah, I have no.
I see. It's hard to shake that bit. Like logically, like I just wanted to have that be the devil's advocate. I wanted to be the devil's advocate this time and just give a different opinion. But you're right. I think it'll be very hard to let that one go because because they're going to start cooking you, bro.
Exactly.
They're going to start cooking you with the pressure. They're going to start putting pressure. And then you're going to get comfortable in this lifestyle and you're not going to be prepared to let it go. Then you're going to keep getting pressure. You can't tell me that for $1 billion, all you have to do is fuck some niggas just for $1 billion. Bro, there's tons of gay porn on the internet. All those niggas don't have $1 billion. What makes your booty so special that you get $1 billion for letting it out to some gents? Nah.
Exactly. But
down the line, there's something else.
yeah, that's just I can't even try and joke about that. I'm like, nah, that doesn't work out in any way. That does not work out in any way, shape, or form. Like, I'd rather just go to the corporate world, Like,
nah, no lie though, no lie.
I'd be like, fit
as
it.
much as, yeah, no, yeah, same. You can't sell your soul. It's just very, because the thing is, man, I love autonomy. I love being able to make my own decisions, and when you're in that situation, man, it's really difficult. It's extremely difficult. Because, man, deep it. If you really deep it, so like them screwing you in the ass is just symbolic of what they're really going to do to your life.
Yeah, it's like they just, I don't know. It's just power. They're doing it because they have power over you. I don't think a lot of these dudes are gay. Like, they're just doing because they have power over you. Nah, I'm good.
But yo, man, that was yo, man, we talked about ass a lot this episode. Jesus.
We're not gonna name it anything with ass, please.
Come on, G. Stop being such a dick, bro. Let's go to the wild side. What would you, if it was a, what would you call it if it was an ass joint? Ass Blaster 9000.
You see, that's the thing. I like getting technical with the names. It's like, something like don't be quick to show your ass or some shit, or
booty hole politics. Hey, that just sounds like a porn title, bro. That's
some stupidity. That's some stupidity, bro. Hey, bro. Don't fall too far down the booty hole or some shit. I don't know.
Yo, man. Oh, that's like a rabbit hole. Ooh,
yeah.
That's actually.
But now, I want to listen to the episode before we get there. Fuck no. But yeah, we'll decide though. We'll decide.
Nah, but we were on some Black Power stuff.
Yeah. Hey, nigga, we're gonna cover it up with some ass. But yeah.
But yo, all right,
let's go.
As you know what this is. You know what this was. And you know what this will always be. This was the Let Me Mansplain podcast where everything goes. Just as long as you can mansplain it. Cheers and thank you. Much love. Let's get out of here. We are fucked.